The secret to keeping your houseplants alive. Houseplants bring life, beauty, and magic into our homes, but keeping them thriving can sometimes feel like cracking a secret code. The good news is you don't need to be a plant whisperer in order to succeed. There are a few things that you can do to take care of your plants, and by avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll be able to watch your leafy companions flourish like they never have before. Sadly, overwatering is the number one killer. You're not alone if you've lovingly drowned your houseplant just trying to take care of them. It's actually one of the most common mistakes. Overwatering can suffocate the roots of your plants, which leads to yellowing leaves, mushy stems, and then kind of a gross, sour, gross smell of soggy soil. No one wants to see or smell that. But don't worry, it's a simpler fix than you might think. Make sure to feel the soil with your fingers to check if the top inch is dry before you water. Pick the right pot for your plant and ensure that it has proper drainage holes in order to prevent water from pooling at the bottom. Know and watch for the warning signs. Yellowing leaves or a wilting appearance are really your plant's cries for help. Remember, it's always better to underwater slightly than it is to overwater a plant. Your plants are going to thank you with vibrant, healthy growth if you follow those tips. And if you think that you've overwatered your houseplant, don't worry, it's not always a death sentence. Make sure that you check out our video that's on screen now, and you'll find some tips on how to save an overwatered plant. Make sure that you've got the proper lighting set up. Have you ever wondered why the plants that look so lush and beautiful in the stores suddenly start looking really sad and depressed once they're in your living room? It's all about lighting, and not all plants need the same amount. Make sure you do your research on what type of plant you have and know its lighting requirements. Also know the difference between bright versus indirect light, since some plants love to soak up the sun while others thrive in the soft glow of indirect light, and it's important to know which one that your plant prefers. Know when it's time to reassess the placement of your plant within your house by knowing the signs of when it's unhappy. Are the leaves pale? Are they drooping? Or are they stretching out toward the light? Then it might be time to rethink where you're putting it. Try this lighting hack. Use sheer curtains to diffuse the direct sunlight over your windows and rotate your plants on a regular basis so that they have even growth. Finding the sweet spot for lighting in your house is kind of like trial and error, but when you get it right, the results are magical. You might have the wrong soil and the wrong pot. Think of the pot you put the plant in and its soil as your plant's home. It needs to fit them just right. A pot that's too big for the plant can retain too much water, while a small one might strangle your plant's roots and hinder its growth. Gradually move your plant into larger pots as it grows. Consider repotting on a regular basis, like yearly or every 6 months as the plant grows, and avoid jumping into a giant pot too quickly. Also select the right soil for your plant. Choose well-draining soil mixes that are tailored to its specific needs. Know when it's time to repot. When you notice roots poking out of the bottom of the pot drainage holes, then that's a clear sign that it needs a bigger home. Treat your plant to a comfy, well-draining setup, and you will see it grow fast and strong. Pay attention to the temperature. Did you know that plants are actually really picky about their temperatures? A chilly draft or a really hot heat wave can really stress it out more than you would think. So keep your plant cozy. Most houseplants thrive between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep them away from drafty windows, AC vents, radiators, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, things that are going to alter its temperature pretty significantly. Also protect it from swings and changes in temperature. If you notice brown leaf edges or drooping plants, it might be due to sudden temperature drops or swings. Seasonal adjustments are also really important. Some plants like poinsettias actually love cooler temperatures in the winter, so make sure to research its specific seasonal needs. A stable and comfortable environment can really mean the difference between a thriving plant and one that is just struggling to survive. Make sure not to neglect your plants. I know it's really easy, life gets away from you, but your plants are part of your family and they need attention. Beyond just a regular watering schedule, make sure that fertilizing them is happening because that'll keep them super happy all year long. Pick the right fertilizer for the plant that you have. You can use liquid fertilizers for fast results or opt for a slow release fertilizer that goes right in the soil, as it's really convenient. Feed your plants seasonally.
Most houseplants will benefit from a monthly fertilizing during the spring and summer when they're actively growing, and then ease up on fertilizing in the fall and winter. Keep an eye out for nutrient deficiencies, which come in the form of yellow leaves, stunted growth, or unusual spotting, as these might indicate that your plant is hungry for very specific nutrients. And you can figure out what that is by just looking up the care instructions for your specific plant. By giving your plants just a little bit of extra love and care, you will enjoy a thriving indoor jungle that's going to bring life and beauty to your home.